The next step is to begin adding patterns inside the letters. So we need 5 letters with a pattern. So I'm going to start with maybe a straight line going all the way around the C, or stripes. Again, you need to press hard so that the crayon shows up, so that when we paint later, we can still see all the crayon work. So I might go back again with the yellow now and add in some lines going the other direction on every other white space. And then maybe that one's finished. If I go on to another letter, so remember 5 letters. So maybe on this one I'm going to divide it up with stripes again first. And then I'm going to put some patterns inside the stripes. So maybe a zigzag line with the yellow on every other one. Remember all the lines we learned about earlier in the year? Zigzag, broken. So maybe a broken line on these other ones. Or a dashed line. So then I'd go to another letter, maybe over here to the red. Again, I'm going to divide it up into some stripes first, and then I'm going to put some patterns inside. So maybe on this one I do some colored circles as part of my pattern. You can do lines or shapes. When you repeat those lines or shapes, it becomes a pattern. So please don't copy mine, but come up with your own ideas. So you will need to do 5. Right now I have 3 finished, and I'm going to keep working till I get to 5. After you have 5 letters with a pattern, we need to choose 3 letters to just color in like a solid color. So if I want this yellow outlined letter to be red, remember to color in one direction. That means the same direction. So right now I'm going up and down through the whole letter. That makes the coloring look neater. So 5 letters with a pattern, 3 letters get colored in solid color. The next step will be to paint with watercolor. So we'll come over to the counter and you will use some of the red, blue, and yellow paint. Now if you look, you can see you can go right over the top of that crayon and it will show up because of the wax in the crayon. So this is that watercolor resist. So you can paint in the letters or you can just paint on top of them. It's up to you. We must have all 3 of the primary colors before we are finished. So once I'm finished with the red, I'm going to need to move my paper to the next tray. So I'm going to move the camera down to show you. So now I'm at the yellow tray, and I'm going to dip and wipe and then paint some of my yellow areas. So you do all the red at once, all the yellow at once, all the blue at once. So we're not visiting the color more than one time. So we are painting all the white spaces. So figure out where you would like those colors to be. And then I'm going to move down to my last blue color now. Again, dip, wipe, so we're not dripping. And now this is my last color. So for your last color, you should be filling up the rest of the white on the paper. Now, we are not color mixing for this project, so please try to keep those red, blue, and yellows in their own spaces. And you can see I'm finding the white spaces with this blue and finishing up painting the white spaces. Remember, if you have a puddle, please spread it out. Do not get more paint. Just spread out your puddle. Okay, this is finished, so now I'm going to go put this on the drying rack